Sarah, enough is enough. How long are you planning to stay at your parents' house? Read the room and move out already.
What?
You're seriously asking what? We need to talk about this.
This is coming out of nowhere. What's the problem?
Living with so many people is just stressing me out. You know that I just gave birth 3 months ago. I'm exhausted and don't have the energy to be considerate of others.
And that's somehow my fault?
You're making everything harder by being here. So just move out of this house already.
Why are you suddenly demanding this?
Because the house feels so cramped, I can barely rest with you around.
Why should I be the one to move out? This is my family home.
Family home or not, things are different now. You're being selfish. Can't you see how difficult this is for me?
Me being selfish? That's rich coming from you.
I have a baby to think about. Don't you understand the current situation? Yes, this is your family home, but now your brother and his wife are living here with a newborn baby. Even though it's a house, we're way over capacity.
You've been only here for 3 months. I've lived here my whole life.
That's exactly the problem. You should have moved out ages ago.
I agree with that, but are you really in a position to say that?
What's that supposed to mean?
You're acting like you own this place now.
Because I need to think about what's best for my baby. I'm a new mother. I need support.
And I need a place to live. This was my home first. This house was home to my parents and me, just the 3 of us. You're the ones who barged in right after giving birth, saying, I need help because I'm not feeling well after childbirth. What was supposed to be a 1-month stay has dragged on for 3 months. And now you're telling me to move out?
1 month wasn't nearly enough. You have no idea how hard recovery is.
That wasn't the agreement, though.
I'm telling you to read the room. I'm still not feeling well, even after 3 months postpartum. So I can't go back to the apartment anytime soon.
What did you say?
Can't you see how much I'm suffering every day? Normally, you should be the one telling your brother and me saying, I'll move out so you can live here permanently.
Permanently? You can't be serious.
Of course I'm serious. This is what's best for the baby.
Well, you seem to have recovered plenty from childbirth from what I can see.
What? You don't get to judge my recovery. Where exactly does my postpartum broken body look recovered to you?
Should I list the ways?
Please do. I'd love to hear your expert opinion on postpartum recovery.
Well, you stay up late every night on the couch. All you do is watch TV while eating snacks and mom's cooking. Then you stay up late watching drama shows and anime. You seem perfectly healthy to me.
How dare you say that? I'm just taking breaks between my busy childcare duties. I deserve those breaks.
Busy with childcare? What childcare duties? Mom practically does everything for you.
You have no idea what I do during the day.
Michelle, all you do is change 1 diaper a day. Everything else, feeding, diaper changes, dealing with night crying, you've dumped it all on my mom. You barely do anything.
You can only say that because you've never given birth. Just changing a diaper once takes so much energy. With my postpartum body, once a day is my limit.
What?
Stop judging things you don't understand. You've never been through this.
Are you actually serious right now?
Completely serious. You have no right to judge. Besides, the childcare thing is fine. Your mother is happy to do it because she's excited about her first grandchild. So stop making it sound like I'm forcing her.
How exactly does she look happy doing it?
She loves spending time with her grandchild. That suspicious look in your eyes is what stresses me out. Being treated like I'm a neglectful mother. I can't recover in this environment. That's why you need to move out of this house, Sarah.
Just to be clear, you can't go back to your home soon. You're still keeping your apartment, right?
About that, actually.
Michelle?
We've already canceled the apartment lease. Tommy and I discussed it and decided to live here permanently.
What?
Why are you so surprised? It makes perfect sense.
You made this decision without talking to anyone?
We don't need permission to do what's best for our baby. It's obvious this is the best solution. Your parents should be happy to have their grandchild here. That's why you need to move out quickly. This house is now for your parents and our family.
Mom, did you hear that Michelle and Tommy are planning to live here permanently? They even canceled their apartment lease. They just told me to move out. They just told me this morning, too. Your father hadn't heard anything either. We were both shocked. When did they even decide this? Did they even discuss this with you? Not at all. They just announced it like it was already decided. How can they just make decisions about your house? I can't believe they did this. I know, it's quite surprising. They think they can just take over. What exactly did Michelle say to you? She's acting like she owns the place. She said I need to move out because this house is for their family now. Their family? She's impossible to reason with. Apparently, having the baby makes them more important. I see. She won't listen to anything I say. What should we do? They've clearly gotten used to living here. Michelle dumps all childcare on you, and Tommy doesn't even contribute to living expenses, saying it's like showing filial piety. Well, about that, Sarah, why don't you take this opportunity to move out? What? Just hear me out. Mom, you can't be serious. Your father and I talked about it, and we're pretty sure Tommy and his wife will never leave the house. And it's too difficult to live with so many people. So, at this point, you moving out would be the quickest solution.
Wait a minute, are you saying you're kicking me out to live with your grandchild and your son's family?
Sarah, don't think of it that way.
How else should I think of it?
This is actually a good opportunity. You've been doing more remote work lately, so you'll be able to work more peacefully living alone.
That's true, but this isn't right at all. They're acting entitled. They're the ones who should leave our house.
I understand how you feel.
Do you really?
Now, don't get so angry, but let's be practical about this. I'll help you find an apartment to live in. I know someone who works in real estate. Actually, I've already asked them to look for some places for you.
You what? You've already started looking for my apartment?
I found some really nice places. Great options lined up.
I can't believe this is happening.
This could be good for you. Trust me on this, Sarah.
I feel like I'm being pushed out.
You're not being pushed out. Let's just look at some places first.
I can't believe you're taking their side. You're really set on this, aren't you?
I just want what's best for everyone. Well then, let's go view some properties after you finish work today. Make sure to call me as soon as you're done.
How was the property viewing? Lol, did you find a good place?
Yes, I actually did find an unexpectedly nice place. I even signed the contract right there. I'm grateful to Mom and her friend for looking.
Really? Already signed? That was fast. Couldn't wait to leave.
I feel so relieved knowing I'll never have to see your faces again.
That sounds like sour grapes. So funny.
What?
You're trying so hard to act tough. I heard you went crying to your mother and she told you to leave, lol. How sad that even your parents abandoned you. Well, you are a single woman in your 30s. This was the perfect chance for your parents to kick you out, lol.
Is that what you think happened? What do you mean by chance?
Oh, come on. They've probably been waiting for this moment.
Waiting for what exactly?
Having a daughter who won't become independent at her age is such a burden for parents, lol. You're basically just a parasite.
What? You're calling me a parasite?
If the shoe fits, lol.
That's interesting, coming from you.
That's what they call people who leech off their parents, lol. It's the perfect word for you, lol.
You're calling me a leech?
Yes, you should be embarrassed.
That's rich coming from you two. I live at home because it's close to work. In exchange, I pay a lot in living expenses. You're the parasites, completely dependent on my parents for everything.
How dare you? We have a baby. Besides, we're different. We gave them their first grandchild, lol. And since it's Tommy's child, that makes him the heir to this house. It's only natural that we get special treatment, lol.
What? Heir to this house? What are you talking about? We're not some prestigious family.
It doesn't matter. Tradition is tradition.
What tradition?
Firstborn son's rights. The eldest son's child is always the heir. We deserve special treatment.
Wow.
It's just how things work.
You really believe that, don't you?
Of course I do. It's obvious. Compared to us, you're just a burden, lol. Never getting married, camping out at home. People who can't read the room are such a hassle. You were just a nuisance to your parents, let alone us, lol.
Yes. Sorry for not being able to read the room.
Now you get it, finally admitting it. You have no allies in this house, lol. An unproductive burden of a daughter deserves to be kicked out, lol.
You really don't understand sarcasm, do you?
Whatever, you're leaving anyway.
All right, so I've already moved out now as you wished.
Don't ever come back.
Oh, don't worry about that. Wasn't planning to return there anyway. I've already rented a place and I'll have movers handle my stuff. I'll stay somewhere tonight and start living in my new place tomorrow.
Lol, good. Everything's working out so perfectly. Finally getting what we deserve. Now there are no more pests in this house. Your mother will handle childcare and we don't have to pay living expenses or rent. Everything is just perfect. I've won completely, lol.
But that's only going to be for 2 weeks, though. Better find a new place before the house gets demolished and put up for sale.
What? Demolished and put up for sale? What are you talking about?
You heard me.
Stop making things up. You're lying.
Think what you want. Anyway, your perfect environment will only last 2 weeks. Obviously, being homeless with a newborn baby would be terrible. You should find a place soon and get ready to move.
Wait a minute, I don't understand at all. What are you talking about? There's no way this house would be demolished or put up for sale.
I'm telling you because it's happening. Our parents have apparently grown tired of you all. They said they want to get away from you even if it means selling the family home.
What? What did you say?
When Mom told me to move out, I was really shocked too. I thought my parents had abandoned me and taken my brother and his wife's side. But before meeting with the real estate agent, she said, it's not that we want to take their side, rather, we want those two to leave as soon as possible.
She said such a thing?
As I thought, Mom was also tired of having all the childcare and housework dumped on her. She said, no matter how much I show it in my attitude, they don't get the hint. They're so clueless, and I'm sick of it. So they finally decided to sell the house. She even said if they forcefully evict you in this situation, she's tired of thinking you'll keep asking for help and support whenever something happens. So they'd rather sell it and move to another place, just the two of them. That's why they told me to leave too.
That must be a lie. What are we supposed to do if they do that? We've already canceled our apartment. We were fully planning to live in this house.
Finding a new place is your only option. I think you've had enough rest these past 3 months. So do your best to be ready to move out in 2 weeks.
That's impossible. Preparing to move in 2 weeks while taking care of a small child.
Making excuses will only waste time. Instead of doing that, hurry up and find a new place to move to. Well then, goodbye. How's the new place? Are you enjoying it? Yeah, the sunlight is even better than I imagined. It's really a nice place. I met the landlord the other day and asked about renovations. They said I don't need to restore it to its original condition, so I can do whatever I want. I might put in some effort to make it exactly how I like it. That's wonderful news. The neighborhood is nice too. I'm so glad to hear that. It feels strange being on my own, but in a good way. You seem happier already. How are things on your end? Are Michelle and Tommy behaving and following your instructions? Have they accepted the house sale somehow? Well, about that, Sarah. That doesn't sound good. Is it that bad? The discussion the other day was terrible. Tommy and Michelle were both crying and screaming, just impossible to talk to. In the end, they said, "You'll never see your grandchild again, lol."
No, they didn't. They really said that?
Can you believe their nerve?
Using the baby as a threat.
But that's actually perfect for us. They shouldn't assume that all grandparents are crazy about their grandchildren.
Right, Mom. You've never been good with small children.
Never liked the baby stage.
You always said that.
Remember when you told me you were relieved when I started school? Best day of my life. Just had enough of child rearing after raising my own kids.
I see. But did they finally agree to leave? Have they started packing at least?
Well, about that. They said, "We'll fight to the bitter end." And now they're both holed up in their room.
They what?
They think they're making some kind of statement.
With a baby? Are they serious?
Tommy still goes to work at least, but when he comes home, he just locks himself in their room. They think they're staging some kind of siege.
In your house? What are they thinking with a small baby?
And the funny thing is, despite their siege, they keep sending text messages to me. Like, "The baby won't stop crying. We're leaving them in the hallway. Please take care of it."
What? They're still trying to make you do the childcare in that situation?
Of course, I reply, "No thanks," and ignore them.
It's just, what a pathetic siege attempt. But can you really demolish the house in this situation? Seems difficult with them refusing to leave.
Yes, we can. Don't worry about that, because we've already arranged everything with the contractor. All that's left is to call the police on the morning of move and report that we have unauthorized people barricaded in our house.
What? You'd really call the police?
Sometimes you need to take drastic measures. I feel bad troubling busy police officers, but sometimes you need help from law enforcement.
I never expected this from you. You're pretty impressive, Mom.
Your father and I have had enough of their behavior.
I never thought you'd go this far.
They've given us no choice. Of course, we've warned them that calling the police is our last resort. Whatever happens on the day, it's their responsibility if they don't leave.
You're right about that. Well, hang in there for another week. I'm supporting you in Dad's new life. I've transferred some money. Use it together.
Oh my, you sent us money? Sarah, you shouldn't have.
To help with the new place. Consider it a housewarming gift.
That's too generous.
I feel partly responsible for making you decide to sell the family home. I keep thinking if I had helped you more, if I had been firmer with Tommy and his wife.
Don't blame yourself.
But still.
This isn't your fault at all. That's not something you should worry about. Your father and I should have discussed things earlier instead of letting it build up. If anything, we're sorry for taking such drastic measures. We'll make good use of your thoughtful gift.
You deserve better than this.
Things will be better soon.
Help! Your parents! They really started demolishing the house! They even called the police! They kicked us out of the house!
No way! You actually stayed until demolition day?
What else could we do? We had nowhere else to go. We were planning to keep living there. Besides, we thought the demolition and sale were just jokes. We never thought they'd actually do it. How could they do this to us?
So, you haven't found a new place yet?
Of course not. How could we? We've been too busy protesting this injustice. We were fighting for our rights. And your parents are being horrible. They've already decided on their new place. No matter how much we beg, they won't tell us the address.
Did you really expect them to?
Of course, we're family.
Family doesn't take advantage of family. Stop relying on my parents already. You have a small child. Hurry up and find a new place. That's all you can do right now.
That's impossible. You don't understand our situation. We have nothing. We got rid of all our furniture and appliances when we canceled our apartment lease. Besides, we don't have enough savings to rent a new place.
What? You don't have money?
Of course not. Tommy's company is in a slump and his salary was cut. And I quit my job right after getting pregnant.
Let me get this straight. and you still tried to move in permanently?
It was the perfect plan. We had it all planned out.
What plan? Mooching forever?
It wasn't mooching. It was family helping family.
You need to face reality now. You need to quickly put the baby in daycare and start working. Find a new place, look for daycare, get a job. You have so many things to do.
You're so cruel. I absolutely refuse. I wanted to become a full-time housewife. I didn't want to work anymore after having the baby.
What?
I deserve to be a stay-at-home mom.
How exactly do you plan to afford that?
Well, if this is how it is, time for our last resort. If we can't rely on your mother, we'll rely on you. Can the three of us, me, Tommy, and the baby, come to your place now?
What? Are you kidding?
Why are you so shocked? It's perfect.
Have you lost your mind?
You have space. Of course it's okay, right? I mean, living alone must be lonely for you. After living with family for so long, suddenly living alone must be awful, right?
Actually, I'm surprisingly enjoying it.
No, you're in denial. You're just trying to convince yourself. Deep down, you must be trembling with loneliness. Being single with no boyfriend is already a lonely life. And now living alone on top of that must be absolutely devastating.
You really need to stop.
Don't worry, Sarah. You'll have us from now on. We'll save you from loneliness. Even though you'll probably never have children of your own, you'll have our child instead. You can love your nephew like your own child.
No. Stop trying to force this on me. Living with you and my brother is impossible, and this whole love your nephew like your own child thing... I see what you're doing. Michelle, you're obviously planning to dump all the childcare on me next.
How could you say that? You're so ungrateful. That's better than never being able to raise children. I'm offering to let you experience childcare out of the kindness of my heart. This is something you should be begging for.
Excuse me? Your kindness?
You should be thanking me.
Your kindness is really something else.
You're refusing our offer to live together. That means you're abandoning your brother's family. You'll never see your cute nephew again.
That's actually fine with me. I don't want to see him anyway.
What? How can you be so cruel?
I'm not being cruel. And I'm not abandoning my brother's family. I'm just being selective. You see, I don't want to live with parasites.
What? What do you mean by that? Are you calling us parasites?
Remember when you called me that?
That was different.
Well, that's exactly what I mean. Isn't that what you call people who leech off others? I don't want to live with such disgusting insects.
How dare you say such horrible things? You can't talk to me like this.
Oh, you're one to talk. Weren't you the first one to throw around nasty words? You can call others insects all you want, but when it happens to you, you play the victim? Lol, how embarrassing for a grown adult.
I'm so angry. You're still single and can't even get married. No boyfriend, never even had a child. Fine then, we don't need to live together. Just give your brother's family some money.
What? Seriously?
You heard me. Open your wallet. We need help.
You really have no shame, do you?
That should be fine, right? Otherwise, a baby just a few months old will be homeless. Can you really let that happen?
Using your baby again? Well, that's not my fault. Besides, as you so kindly pointed out, I'm just a single person. And with no children, have to live out my old age alone. So I need all that money for preparation, even if it seems like a lot.
Ugh, you're heartless.
Learn to stand on your own. So, sorry I can't help, but unlike lonely single me, you have a partner. Your husband. Work hard with my brother Tommy. Try to become adults your child won't be ashamed of. And after that, I heard my brother's family hurriedly moved into a cheap apartment. However, Michelle, who had been dumping all childcare on my mother, is now exhausted from daily childcare and job hunting. Tommy is being constantly pressured by Michelle, who says, "Get us moved to a bigger house, quickly." The neighbors are always complaining about the baby being too loud. He's even taken a night shift job at a local convenience store after finishing his regular work. As for my parents who sold the house, I heard they used that money to move to a peaceful seaside town with an ocean view.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.